Alright guys, so we are going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, I have my whole face full of makeup all done except my eyebrows. So I am going to jump in. I'm just going to show you what I am going to use. The first thing that I do use for the actual product is the Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Chocolate. It's called chocolate. So this is the one that I use. This one is the one that has worked for me the very best. It's super long lasting and it's very waterproof and oily proof. Like, that shit works. All right, the next item that I'm using is just a little angled brush that looks like this. You could see how thin this thing is, and it's angled, and I love. All right, the next thing that you are going to need is going to be a little spoolie brush, and that's where you want to comb out your eyebrows. So that's the other thing that you're using. And then this is additional if you want to, you don't have to, would just be eyebrow gel, and that's it. Like, I don't even use this all the time. So anyhow, we are just going to jump right in. And the first thing that I'm going to do, I have my dip brow open already. So I am going to use my little angled brush. I'm going to dip it right in to get some of the product on there. And I'm maneuvering it back and forth so I can get some of that product on both sides. And then also the other technique is that as I'm moving it back and forth like this, I'm also flattening the brush. And now that I have the actual product on the brush, like you guys can see, that is a little bit too much. So now I'm gonna use my lid and I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm just gonna brush it left and right, up and down, like so. Okay, so now you see that the brush has the product. It's nice and flat how I want it. I am now going to start off right between there, so right from the beginning to the middle of the eyebrow. So I have really thin eyebrows. I have like virgin eyebrows, no bullshit, I'm not even kidding. My eyebrows have never ever been threaded, waxed, plucked only a very long time by myself. I don't do anything to my eyebrows. They're really thin and they're very bushy. Like, I have my dad's bushy ass eyebrows. Ugh. There they are. So yeah, so I have really small eyebrows. That's how they naturally are. And as you guys can tell, one of them goes up a little bit higher and the other one is more of a roundish shape. That's normal. I think that happens with everybody. Your eyebrows are meant to be sisters, not twins. So your eyebrows are never ever going to be the same. They are just sisters and they're never going to be the same. So anyhow, we are just going to go ahead and jump right in. So I'm going to start off right here at the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my outline starting down here. And then I'm going to move it upwards. And you don't want to start right in the beginning of the eyebrow, because if you do, that might be a little bit too harsh and you don't want to have like mean, dark, like squared eyebrows, because that's going to make you look a little bit mean or intimidating. So you want to have like a natural shape to your eyebrow, kind of a natural shape to your eyebrow. And I'm going to go in a little bit deeper as well, because since my eyebrows are so thin, I'm just going to mimic like if I have hairs down right here, and I'm just gonna fill that in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I will sit here and talk, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and place my brush right in the middle, and there you go. You guys can see that I made a little line. So I'm gonna go ahead and start outlining, and I'm going back in and back and forth, coming back from the little lid as I'm picking up more product as to how dark I want them to be. So, okay, let me just do it and then I'll talk. Then I'll explain, because you really do want to start light in the front, a little medium in the middle, and then darker as you go into your edge, and then down to the tail line. So that's what I am doing. don't know if you guys could see it, but I am following the shape of where I have my natural little hairs. I'm following that. I try not to overdraw my eyebrows as much, but sometimes it just happens, you know. But that's what I am doing here. And then also what I like to do is I like to rest my arm on something so that way I have more control of the brush and how I really want to draw my eyebrow. So that is also a technique that could possibly help. Okay, so I'm just gonna start dragging and pulling, and I'm doing like little flickering motions to my eyebrow, mimicking that I have hairs there even though I don't. And then also this eyebrow, it kind of ends like right here. Like I stopped growing hairs like up to here, so I kind of had to finish drawing my tail line. Unlike this one goes all the way down. So like I said, your eyebrows are always going to be sisters, not twins, but we will mimic them to make them like twins. Okay, all right, so that's what I'm doing. I'm picking up more product, and I'm going to be winging out that little eyebrow tail like so. Okay, so now you guys kind of have an idea of what my bottom looks like. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to start filling in the top to where my arch is at. Okay, here we go. And I am starting from kind of like in the middle and then working my way down and curving it to where my arch is at, because my arch is like right here. I don't know if you guys could see those little hairs there. So I am going to mimic that. Okay, and now I am connecting that arch to my little tail. So you guys see that little gap that I have there. So now going back into the product, I am now going to be filling that in and little brush stroke motions to fill that gap in. Okay. It's really not that difficult. Once you get the hang of your eyebrow shape and you mastering them, it's really not that hard to get them to how you want them to be. Okay, now you guys do see that that is connected, so it is a little bit lighter right in here. I still do have a gap, so I'm gonna go back in and I'm just gonna shade that back in with more product and make it a little bit darker as to how my personal preference is. Okay. Okay, so that is how I like the brow from the tail part. So now I'm going to start moving in from the front. So now that that part is done, I'm going back in, but I'm brushing off some of the excess because in the front you do want to go in with a much lighter hand than what you used back here. So that's what I am doing. So now I'm going to place my brush down the bottom like so, and I'm gonna connect it to that little line there. Do you guys see how that is connected? Okay, so now we're just gonna line it up because I do see like a little difference there, so I'm just gonna line it up. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna use little light strokes for the top of it. and start connecting that. I don't know if you guys could see that. Now at the bottom, what the heck is this? Okay. Anyhow, now at the end of the eyebrow, I go back and forth. I still want to have it a little bit thicker because that looks like way too thin at the end. So I'm going to go back in and fix that up. Okay. And then I'm going to also go back in the front and keep adding a little bit more product, but with a very, very light hand. Okay. And that is it. That is the first eyebrow. So now the trick to this, now you guys could definitely see the difference. The trick to this is really the spoolie will make the total difference. So if you do have excess product in the front that you do not want, the spoolie will even it out. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna start brushing my little front hairs, and I'm going to be moving the little spoolie upward to disperse the product so that it does not look as harsh. Okay. Now that you're done spooling your eyebrows and kind of blending the product in, this is the finished look. So your eyebrows do just need a little bit of help. It's just a little bit of enhancement for them of their natural beauty. We're just helping the little sisters out. Yeah, this is it, you guys. It's really easy. It's really basic. Once you get it down, mastering your eyebrow shape, you will get them done in no time. So yeah, it's just about having the right items as well. Make sure you find your right brush like I did. And yeah, you guys, I think this is it. I hope this was helpful for those of you if you guys are a beginner like I was myself. Yeah, if you guys have any other ideas of or techniques that works for you that I don't know of, make sure you guys comment them down below. Let me know what else works good for you. What other products do you guys use? And I think this is it, you guys. I hope that you guys like this video. Please make sure to give me some thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.